So any other recommendations for topics to talk about in relation to what's
I got
been brought
one.
up? Oh, actually,
I got
yeah,
one.
go ahead. Let me bring something up. Go ahead.
All right. Check this out.
Oh. Yeah.
All right.
Let me see that. What do you got here?
Um,
Let me get this on screen real quick. Stop closing this. It's
You
a
got
guy
a
from
juicy
Polygon.
super chat there.
Hold on. Doing too many things at once. Okay, we'll read this and then I'll do the super chat. All right, who wants to read it?
Chris
Appaben.
Plant. Yeah, go ahead.
Appaben, you read it.
All right. 2 ways to read this tweet and reply. Number 1, Razer thinks it's hip and young and is smugly doubling down on something it doesn't understand. Number 2, Razer is bandwagoning a racist meme and is being a jerk to someone plainly questioning that decision. Both are terrible looks. Now, if you zoom in all the way down, you have Razer basically tweeting a Ugandan Knuckles meme in RGB.
Razer is the way.
Yeah.
Razer is the way.
Well, they
Ugandan
cucked out, so
Knuckles
they're not the way. They're
is a
not the way.
racist
Razer
meme.
cucked out.
Yeah, they cucked out. They
They're
cucked out. They
racist meme.
deleted the tweet. But this isn't the best part. This is just the introduction. Somebody made a 16 Twitter thread
Okay, hold
just
on.
about how. Just read it. I said 2 links in there. This is. That's
Number
thread
one,
1 out of
question
16.
mark. That's how you know you're going wrong. 1 out of question mark. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get this on screen. Hey, Razer, let's chat. I want you to understand why memes like this hurt gamers like me. I've been a gamer since I was like 7, and taking turns playing Crash Bandicoot with my dad and my brother. When my best friend killed herself in the college, gaming went from hobby to obsession. Well, maybe Mattis, maybe you should kill yourself too, bro.
Remember, the Uganda Knuckles meme it's hurtful and it hurts real people. And it's dangerous and it kills people. The Uganda Knuckles meme actually kills black people. They die in the streets. They
I am ready to kill myself right now. I'm Mattis Leyland. StarCraft 2 came out this summer and it defined my life. I was shit at the game to start. 0 out of 10 into bronze. But I determined to improve. I climbed a diamond, and as weird as it sounds, StarCraft 2 taught me what it meant to work for something. Oh my god, dude.
This meme hurts black people. They're dying in the streets.
Oh my god.
I mean, this beloved meme that brings everybody together, that everybody loves and laughs at, that the makers of the material for which the meme comes from love and retweet. It's dangerous. It hurts people.
Okay,
Fuck
let's
off.
continue. Shortly thereafter, I discovered League of Legends, a game in which has been only one of the constants in my life since. I made a living writing about League of Legends. First, balance/game design, then esports, and after a stint as a playtester, I now work in communications. Without gaming, I might not be a functional man. You do. Okay, stop.
You're not.
Stop.
That's implying I'm a functional man right now.
Stop.
As I tirade on Twitter about how a meme is killing me in the street.
Okay, I need to just pause and reread that again in a monotone voice. Without gaming, I might not be the functional man I am today.
Shame your keyboard's functional.
I want to see. I need some testing in that. We need some actual.
Yeah, I want to see the testosterone levels there.
Gaming made me a man.
Yes, correct. Okay.
I'm not gonna say there's anything unmanly about gaming, but I will say that gaming does not a man make.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's certainly nothing manly about these tweets. So
we need to push on. I might not even be alive. Instead, I have a job. I love working alongside the designers of a game I love, and I have a kick-ass community around me. Well, sort of. The harmful stereotypes of niggers in games has always made me feel distant from the community. Something I've written about before. Yeah, I know, my verse website sucked. I don't care.
No, they bring up Gamergate, of course.
Old video games didn't have black people, okay? And the few were always stereotypes, comic relief, violent, brute, and so on. Over time, this has changed, and games have made beautiful art. When Zox Final Fantasy 13. Okay, no spoilers, but I sobbed and I couldn't play the game for weeks. What?
Couldn't play the game for weeks and stuff. Fuck off.
Wow.
They bring up Gamergate. During Gamergate, they harassed women and people of color.
Hold on.
off.
You're skipping ahead. Functional man. I just want to relay that. Functional man. Okay, now we move on to number 7. But here's the thing. There are those in the community who aren't very happy with the progress we've made. During #Gamergate, they harassed women and people of color, or sorry, I meant women and niggers who just wanted to feel included. I and many people I know were threatened, doxed
and swatted.
Okay, Police report, bro.
Yeah, there's no police. There's no evidence. They'll always say things that this ambiguous, open-ended statements. Gamergate harassed women and people of color because they want to keep gaming white or some crap like that.
The only one that I'm aware of that was swatted during Gamergate was Mundane Matt. As far as I know, he's the only one.
But they never point to examples. It's always this listen and believe garbage nonsense from these con artists like Zoe Quinn and companies.
Yeah.
It's all it is. There's never any evidence. There's never any proof for it because it's not there. Even the
it's
FBI
just stated. It's just
had
asserted.
an investigation, and it came up with nothing.
Just asserted. I completely agree. All right.
Yeah, that's why he qualified it with other people as well. Yeah.
Right. It wasn't him. He just knew them.
Yeah.
Name them, please. Name them. Who? Police report. Where? And since then, we've seen the subset of gamers cling to their offensive racism and misogyny, doubling down on memes that take to mock and belittle women and niggers. I'm going to keep saying niggers every time he says people of color or whatever. I'm going to keep saying niggers because I don't like the word people of color. And that's what he expects.
Well, just like colored people. It's the same thing. Oh, no, it's different. Oh, it's different. No, I'm sorry. I was applying English in a logical way. I'm sorry. English is racist too. I'm sorry. I forgot that. I just stopped talking.
I don't want to say that everybody who uses this meme is a racist. That's dumb.
I don't want to. I don't want to say that everyone who just uses this meme is racist. That would be dumb.
Not
that there would
everyone.
be dumb. Everything before this was totally sane. But that would be dumb.
Everyone that uses Ugandan knuckles is racist. Not everyone.
Some of them.
Just a lot. Just a specific number. I'm not going to say. We've reduced racism to simplicity to a thing.
To simplistically to the it's typing his part.
Simplicity to the do when it's really a system that is applied to people. Simplistically, it's poking fun at an African accent.
Okay, so
it's racism.
Is it poking fun at an African accent, or is it the fact that the African accent is coming from a cartoon echidna?
Yeah.
You idiot.
Jesus Christ.
It's coming from a stupid, a unrealistically cartoonish version of an already cartoon character.
It just keeps okay, it's 16. Okay, we can make it. We need to push on. And since okay, let's move on. I bet you most people couldn't identify Ugandan from Rwandan before this meme began.
Motherfucker, you can't either.
Yeah, I know, seriously.
I want you to stand an Indian man next to a Pakistani man, and I want you to tell the difference. And if you don't, you're a fucking bigot. If you don't,
I can usually tell the difference. I know some Pakistanis and Indians. I can tell the difference. There's one group I'm afraid of. Anyways, they ain't got beef with Ugandans, but in context of the history of video games, it's just another piece of media making black people. I'll say black people because he said black people, the butt of the joke. Okay.
I wonder how much money that Hollywood got from the movie that all this was based off of.
He probably made a lot. He probably saw a spike.
They were tweeting all this Uganda Knuckles stuff because it was great. They put it out.
Promotion.
Yeah, it's free promotion. People were like quoting their movie. People were getting into it. People love it.
Yeah.
Like, these memes aren't insulting anybody. Yeah. There is no butt of the joke. It's just silly.
I'm pretty sure that's obvious, except for these people, if they're assuming they're honest. But for some people, it's more. Yesterday, it's discussing this very meme. A troll ultimately admitted that his goal was to make fun of you and your kind. I really doubt he said your kind, because that is such a progressive talking point. Nobody says your kind. I've interacted with white nationalists They don't even say that. So if they don't even say that, only progressives say it as a talking point.
The thing is that Uganda Knuckles is such a great meme because it doesn't make fun of anything. It's just silly. It's that Monty Python humor of it's so ridiculous that you can't help but just laugh at it because of how silly it is. It's this amorphous, ambiguous comedy. It doesn't have a punchline. It's just ridiculous. It's silly. And that silliness makes you laugh because it's so out of place.
Yeah.
Because it's things that don't match. Yeah, there's no victim to it. And the people who think that it is implicitly insulting or making something a butt of a joke, it's because they're looking at it already. They're walking in and looking at it through a lens. It's very telling about them far more than the meme.
Oh, he actually has the quote here, but I don't know who the fuck this is. Who is Big Kang? He quotes him. So who is this guy?
I don't know, Big Kang.
So yeah, some guy said.
I'm sorry, Big Kang, if we've spoken in the past and I can't remember.
Is this guy actually black?
I don't know. Maybe.
On the bottom, he has his picture of himself on the bottom.
Okay. He looks fucking Latino. Anyways, and when things like this happen again, whenever we have another example like PewDiePie saying "nigger," it makes it harder to ignore. Yes, for many people, it's just a dumb, ill-thought joke, but it provides cover for people who with hate in their hearts.
How does it provide cover for people with hate in their hearts? Like who's being covered by?
Whenever I hear that phrase "hate in their hearts," it reminds me of I forget the name of the character, but it's from Chappelle Show. It's the name of the black white supremacist. Something Gillespie.
The blind guy?
Yeah, the blind guy. Something Gillespie, something like that. And he says he says it numerous times when he gives a speech with the hood on. And he says that's one of the things he says is, if you have hate in your heart, say "what power," and that's everyone goes "what power." Every time I see hate in their hearts, they always think of that bit.
Uncle Ruckus.
No, it's not Uncle Ruckus. That's actually something. That's actually from Boondocks, from the Boondocks. It's actually also very good.
Yeah.
But Chappelle Show was that to me when I was growing up was so big, and that's how I know like the whole thing. Oh man,
Clayton Bigsby, everybody, we mentioned it.
Yeah, Clayton Bigsby. Thank you. Growing up with Chappelle Show, out of all the people in my high school, which was very white,
mine was too.
That was like the most popular show for as long as it ran. Everyone loves Chappelle Show. So to say it's like, oh, you have all these white supremacists in this white high school and that hate blacks, except for their favorite comedian that they can't stop talking about is Dave Chappelle with his all black cast, with the exception of the one writer named Tom, I think it was. That was the white guy in the show.
Like, what do you do with your life, Matthias? It's like I get angry at memes on Twitter. And then I keep tweeting about them.
All right, I'm gonna skip some of this shit because it's getting boring. We'll skip to 16. Do I stick with the Razer keyboard? Look! Oh my god! Look at that keyboard, bro! Look at that disgusting keyboard.
but listen, you gotta remember that black don't crack.
Okay. Okay, whatever. I'm moving on from this because it's fucking stupid. Jesus Christ! I was going back up to
themselves.
I like how he says eventually it'll get crummy and disgusting or whatever it was.
Like, I'm not willing to vote with my wallet now, but I will in the future when I won't get called out for it.
I'm zooming.
Joke about the real problem of racial. Yeah, that's right, because the Ugandan Knuckles meme, it racially alienates blacks and whites in the gaming community. Like, you might have thought that it brought people of all colors and races and nationalities together within an already extremely inclusive hobby, but you were wrong.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Black people through the use of a clearly read echidna cartoon version of a cartoon character, quoting a movie.
That's right. Yeah, it's pretty fucking stupid when you think about it. Especially like, oh, they're kicking women out of gaming. It's like, yeah, that's right. I'm going to my local Walmart saying, no bitches are coming in here.
I just stand in front of the counter, and whenever a woman grabs a game, I smack it out of her hand.
When they download that game on their PlayStation, I bust into their room and I'm like, no.
I unplug their modem and say, don't you do it again. Now you got to restart your download.
Yeah, join gaming.
You better not be playing that game when I walk back in here, lady. Now,
Oh,
get back
by
to
the way, Louis, I just want to point out, as you're browsing that Imgur page, do you know how Google basically tracks your ads?
Yeah, I know. I saw an Asian one.
The
Shut
dating
the
site
fuck
towards
up.
Asian girls on the right.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I was
You're,
like, I was
you're
like,
gonna be out of the
I didn't
stream, you
say
leave it up.
anything. I was like, that's interesting. All right, fair enough. Hey,
Alright, puss.
you know what you like, and so does Google.
I'm not judging. I'm not complaining. Just pointing it out.
Okay.